All right, joining us now to discuss is Steve Garvey. You might know the name.
Yeah.
He's a former Los Angeles Dodgers World Series champion. Also, now jumping into the world of politics, Republican Senate candidate in the state of California. Steve Garvey, thank you for being with us here on the Hill on NewsNation. Appreciate it. So let's actually show the poll Yeah, of course. I want to show the poll real quick because California Senate primary race right now, you are actually polling second as a Republican. So folks know you as a Los Angeles Dodgers legend, but you could be the next senator from the state of California. That primary comes on March 5th, same date as the Republican primary. Steve, you going to be voting for Donald Trump or Nikki Haley?
That sounds like what my Democratic opponents were hitting at me on the other night in our first debate. You know,
well,
arguably, I'm running for the most difficult seat in America. Well, I said over the airways many times. I voted for the former president twice for obvious reasons. The first time, his opponent looked down at the people, called them deplorables, and I think any true American wouldn't have voted for her. The second time, the man was in the basement most of the time. When he came out, it was in a fixed environment with fixed questions. And as I always said, I wouldn't have voted for President Reagan if he had done that. So, you know, I'm somebody that holds the currency of the ability to vote as something that I cherish. I'll make my decision. I'll go forward. But he's not on my ballot against Mr. Schiff and Ms. Porter and Lee. And arguably, I'm running for the most difficult seat in America, being a conservative. But the people are standing up. I talk to them throughout the state. I've been from the border to the farming and ranching areas.
And I want to get to you about
I
want to get to you about the border, and we're going to talk about that because it's obviously a huge issue. But I'm just wondering, you know, for Republicans in that state and for voters, why you just won't say if you're voting for Trump or Haley at this point in time.
Oh, again, because it's a personal choice, and I've always taken it personally.
Okay.
I've voted for Republicans and Democrats over the years, and I'm sticking to that wonderful currency of privacy of a vote.
Okay. Donald Trump, Mike Johnson, you just mentioned the border. We heard here in Washington today the House Speaker essentially say the border deal that's being negotiated by a partisan group of senators and the White House is dead on arrival. This all seemingly picked up speed, Steve, as you know, once Donald Trump said all or nothing. Do you have an issue with what Donald Trump and Mike Johnson have done in the last few days?
Well, what I would do is I'd close the border. I'd take a deep breath. We have a process that immigrants can start in their country, and that process can take them to the United States and then a pathway to becoming citizens. I think now we have to really focus on the real existential problems, and that's fentanyl and drugs. It's human trafficking. I'm about law and order. Let's get back to making things legal. They're illegal immigrants. Again, they should be vetted again. And I think once we do that, we're going to take a huge step to getting back to 4 years ago when only 1,000 immigrants were coming across the border instead of tens of thousands now.
What do you mean by shut the border? What does that look like?
Well, let's just shut it down. I mean, I think that so many people are coming across illegally.
No commerce, like shut all commerce down? That's what I'm curious about what shut it down means.
Well, I think the legal pathways of commerce can come across, but I also think that illegal immigrants must be stopped from coming in. We had a pretty good program with Mexico at one time. Let's try to renew that. But like I said before, I'm for law and order, and right now, and I've been to the border. I was down in San Diego at the corner of Tijuana and San Diego. I saw the wall go 300 to 400 yards out to the water, immigrants trying to come across, the U.S. Border Patrol telling us they're stretched and stranded every day. Let's reinvest in the people that are protecting our country, and that's our U.S. Border Patrol. Close down the border, and let's get law and order back again.
Poll in your state recently, are U.S. borders secure in preventing people from entering the country illegally? 62% in California say at this point in time, not secure. Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.